Coach, the team certainly generated enough chances today to win the game, but is that kind of just the game where you have to tip your cap to the goalie on the other side?
It's funny, when I found out he was playing, I hadn't seen the kid play at all, but I said this is either going to be really good or really bad, right? In terms of his performance, right? Some guys get in that environment and they freeze, and he was terrific. He's a big kid. He was aggressive in the net. Handled the puck well. He did a heck of a job.
Sturman was saying he thought that his line answered the bell against Kopi and Kempe, and it seemed like your compete level was pretty high. Just your thoughts on the group as a whole, and maybe some of the individual matchups that you liked tonight.
I thought we played well. Like we've been on, I don't know what it's been, since we got back from that New York trip. I don't know how many games it's been, but I think we've been on a pretty good path in terms of playing with an identity and competing. We had a lot of offensive zone time tonight. That's some of the areas that we're trying to focus on. We've been focusing on the D zone. And obviously the common thread that ties those two together when you are on the good side of those battles is the compete level. And I thought we did a good job there.
I know in the earlier meeting against LA, they were jamming lanes, blocking a lot of shots. You just got to turn, even though you had more possession time tonight, turn that on its ear. I think you had 20 plus blocks. What did you see that was working well as far as getting in the lanes, disrupting their shots?
I think we've always blocked shots well. I don't think it's been an issue this year with our guys. I think guys do a good job accepting that role, and I think we've been pretty consistent with it. I thought they did a really good job towards the end of the game blocking shots. So it's kind of a playoff type of game. There wasn't a lot of ice, and then when there was ice, things closed up quickly in front of each team's net. So it was a good game.
The McTavish line generated a lot early on. What have you kind of seen in putting Zegras and McTavish together on that line?
Well, they've got chemistry. Obviously, they're good friends off the ice, and I think they have a good synergy on the ice. Kill is an older veteran. I think they can read off them well. I thought Max skated well tonight. Fundamentally, he was strong on face-offs. He was winning his puck battles. He was going to the net front. So he's a distributor. He creates. So it was just a nice dynamic there. And I think for the most of the night they had the puck a lot. So that's a good sign when that group's got the puck.
Despite the result, you have to be encouraged by the progress that the team's been making over the past couple of weeks and getting more chemistry.
Yeah, and again, it's funny, I was walking through the training room when I went in to talk to the team after the game, and there's like 5 or 6 guys in there, and I think everybody's just stepped up. There's a healthy competition for playing time, and when you have that healthy competition, I think, it puts people on their toes. I just, like I said, the last, I don't know what it's been, 10, 11 games, we haven't had too many stinkers. We've had some maybe periods that were off, but I think for the most part we played really well as a group.
When you guys had sustained pressure in the offensive zone, you seemed to work it pretty high with your high forward and your defenseman. Is that something you'd like to see more of going forward?
Yeah, and I've said this multiple times in these interviews, meetings, whatever, is that the league's kind of going that direction. There's a lot of movement with the puck. I try to break teams down defensively. Everybody's well coached, and I think teams do a really good job just trying to take away the slot shots. And one of the ways you try and loosen that up is you try and bring the other team's wingers out high to protect the high shot, and then it can open up things behind them. And we've been trying to do that. We were a little bit reluctant early in the year trying to play one-on-one, and I think we've kind of figured out that if we can move the puck and move off the puck, we'll be more effective offensively.
Great.